And obviously, you know what you're doing. So,
Well,
the other thing I was going to,
So raise your glass, even though he's not the best, but at least he made the top five.
welcome to another edition of Lanai Gossip. I'm here with Kristy. We're going to talk about Night to Shine. It is a Tim Tebow Foundation activity,
correct.
tough to say. And Dennis is going to sit in again for the ninth time. So thank you very much.
Thank
So,
you.
so what is Night to Shine, or what is the Tim Tebow Foundation?
First of all, the Tim Tebow Foundation has really been established to serve those that are most vulnerable, both children and special needs. And they have numerous aspects of the ministry. Night to Shine just happens to be one of those that we're going to focus on. But he has even two hospitals, one's in Philippines and one is in Zimbabwe, that they actually provide medical services and surgeries for these children. He first got the inspiration when he was 15 years old. His
Really?
parents were missionaries and they were in the Philippines at the time. And he met a 15-year-old young boy named Sherwin that had a disability where his feet were backwards. And he said at that moment, God placed it on his heart that he needed to help people that were disabled and most vulnerable. The Tim Tebow Foundation then started Night to Shine in 2014. And this year just happens to be the 10th anniversary of Night to Shine, which is pretty exciting. It'll be a celebration. Night to Shine is a prom type event, very big celebration, over the top. It's awesome. It starts out where we will be providing special classic rides. Some of the churches do limousines. We will be doing Corvettes and
Oh,
maybe
wow.
even special
Nice.
golf carts, since we have that ability as well. They'll take them on a cart ride or a classic car ride around the parking lot, and then they bring them up to a red carpet where there will be paparazzi waiting, there'll be cheering, there will be photographers. The whole event is really centered around making these individuals feel celebrated and special and like celebrities. And so once they walk down the red carpet and they are escorted with a prom buddy, they go down the red carpet. There will be celebrities there like prom queens and pageant girls and some other hoopla as well. Then once they get into the prom event, we may have makeup stations for them and also hair stylists there that will do their hair for them, for the boys' shoe shines.
Oh, wow.
And then after that, they'll get corsages and boutonnieres. And then they'll go into a provided dinner. And after the dinner is the big ballroom celebration with dancing. We are having a live band. So that's exciting. And it's an extremely heartwarming event. My first attendance, I have a special needs sister,
Okay.
and she's lived with us full time for 15 years. And when I found out about this, I took her. It's been 6 years ago, I believe. And the very first time I went, it was just the most fabulous, heartwarming event. I had tears in my eyes most of the night. It is just amazing to see all these special needs people just so celebrated and excited. The biggie part of the evening is the dancing, of course. They all love to dance. But then the highlight is Tim Tebow does a presentation on a video. And he talks about the gospel message, but also really tells these kids how special they are, how they mean something to God, how, they are loved, and it's all about sharing the love. And then
Wow.
after that, each one of them receive a crown and a tiara that's placed on their heads because they're the kings and queens of the ball that night.
That's awesome.
And it's a beautiful celebration. And the guests are dressed in prom dresses, long
Sure, yeah.
gowns. The guys come in suits. We have some of them that come in tuxedos. It's a really huge event. But 5 years ago, I started contacting the foundation and said, we're a large community. We have a large community of special needs. Can't we get one in the villages? This is the first year in the villages, so that's a big deal.
And where's it going to be located?
It will be located at New Covenant United Methodist Church. The date is February 9th, 2024. And It is celebrated and held throughout the world on the same night, the Friday before Valentine's Day each year.
That's cool.
Well, this year they had over 600 proms worldwide in over 40 countries.
How many will attend this one, do you expect?
So we have planned for 100 guests our first year. We hope to expand that in the future.
I had gone on the Tim Tebow Foundation website, and I saw that, obviously this can't be done without volunteers. So how would somebody volunteer for this?
Tremendous. We have 32 committees that we have defined that are needed to plan this. That's a lot of committees. But we need people from the get-go that will be involved in decorating plans, set up, tear down, coordinating these other activities. We'll be having karaoke there too. There will be a karaoke room. And we need the coordination of the transportation, like the Corvette Club we've got contacts with. Of course, the publicity. They have a takeaway that they go home with, a swag bag that's got gifts in it, some Tim Tebow Foundation branded items as well. There's fundraising is huge, of course.
Sure.
Decorating, the corsages, the boutonnieres. There are a lot of committees just, planning this. All volunteers are required to have a background check. That's the Tim Tebow Foundation requirement.
So if somebody reaches out to you, you can put them in contact with the church in order to get that
Absolutely.
background done.
Absolutely.
But for this specific event in the villages, it's not going to be limited to just people, special needs people that reside in the villages.
It's not going to be restricted. However, it will be promoted primarily to the villages. We estimate we will fill up that 100 guest
Pretty quickly.
registration very quickly.
Can you volunteer to be a buddy? Or
You
do
can.
they pick their buddy?
Yeah, actually, we do
that
have
works?
some of our individuals that have what's called a peer buddy, and that's through another organization, Best Buddies here. Several of them will go with their peer buddies. However, other ones, I had to just go out in the community and ask for volunteers. And I actually assigned them a prom buddy based on a good fit, and they are with them the entire night. They're out there on the dance floor dancing with them. They escort them to the restrooms if they need to. They assist them getting their dinner. They are their buddy the entire night.
So we need volunteers. Get on the website. We'll give her phone number, her
Volunteer.
email. Volunteer. Please volunteer. We got a lot of
Yes.
people in the villages.
Please.
They have the
yes.
time to do it. So thank you. Well, thank you
This-
for being on.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
For the
Appreciate it. You
opportunity.
got a lot of information.
Thank you.
Very well spoken person too.
Thanks to him, we've got the best league to play in. It's not a boast, just a toast to number